Welcome to this special edition of Events.com's Ask an Event Pro. My name is Bob Babbitt. Our guest from Race Cars, Mr. Andy Voggenthaler. Andy, first of all, we met at Starbucks a few years ago. How long ago was that?
It must have been 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, something like that.
And you had a really cool idea of, when you go to the beach and there's lifeguards out there, why don't we have something like that at running events or triathlons? From that moment, talk a little bit about what happened next.
Well, it's one of those things where we had, I had a situation out on the race course where somebody died essentially in a transition. And
While you were racing?
While we were racing.
Yeah.
And it really got me thinking about having in-race medical, people along the course really helping along the way versus at specific aid stations along the way. Because things happen, as you know, out on the course rather than just at aid stations. So we kind of had an opportunity to get a bunch of running folks together, certified in CPR, first aid, AED operation, along with medical professionals, and we decided to give it a go at Finish Chelsea's run in San Diego 4 years ago.
And you think about it, with the way running has grown, with a lot of brand new people, right, coming to the table, and you're running 26 miles, and a lot aren't necessarily that prepared to run 26.2 miles.
That's right.
Talk about, in a typical event, how many rescues are you guys making?
Well, to give you an example, some of the larger events, the Rock and Roll is a 20,000 participant size.
Right.
We'll have a team of probably 40 race guards blanketing the race, fast, medium, slow pace. We run in pairs, and we'll help close to 500 people, and with minor first aid, along with some people that have transports along the way. So it's a busy day for race guards out on the course.
If you think about it, a lot of races have aid stations every mile, but they might not have medical maybe every 5K or something like that. So you guys are sort of that safety net when somebody has an issue. When did you realize that there was really a need for this program?
Well, the funny thing is that, we started out at a 5K, keep in mind, and we thought, we'll test the concept at a little 5K, Finish Chelsea's run, and we didn't know how that was going to go, how the professionals and how that was all going to go. We helped 13, 14 people there that first day, and what happened was that the race guards that were out there we're so stoked to help people and give back to the community. And there were other race directors that were there and said, Andy, we want race guards at our event. And so it just took off from there.
Has it become a business? Is it something that you can basically do full time?
Yeah, it is a business. And we've got great sponsors, ACE and NextCare. 3M companies have really helped us get to the next level so we can travel across the country. We have over 800 race guards now across the country. And we're doing probably 30, 35 events this year.
And is it primarily running events, or are you getting into triathlon as well?
We do triathlons as well. We do the Chicago triathlons. We do a lot in San Diego. We do a lot where we can. Leon's fastest triathlon and Indianapolis. And
biggest issue you see out in the course?
Well, the biggest issue is people being underprepared. Obviously, the younger runners want to run with their buddies, which is a great thing, but they're not prepared.
Right.
So we end up seeing a lot of heat exhaustion. Not taking their proper nutrition in, a lot of chafing, a lot of blisters, cramping, all that kind of stuff. And we're all about trying to help them reach their goal in a fun, light way, easy way. And the more people we can get across the finish line, the better.
And what are the goals? Like you said, you're doing 35 events, you got 800 race guards.
Right.
Are you doing certification programs at this point for your race guards?
Yeah, we do. So we do a lot of ongoing training for every race guard that comes in the program, whether or not they have medical background or not. They're all endurance athletes for sure. But doctors, EMTs, paramedics, they all go through a continuing education program through race guards. And we also are American Heart Association certified instructors.
So what's interesting to me is a lot of times a lifeguard will save somebody at the beach. And you assume, oh my God, they'll become friends for life and they'll stay connected. Have you developed relationships with people who you've helped at races?
It's funny. Last year at Rock and Roll Dallas, we helped a man, 48 years old, super fit, running with his family, went down in a cardiac seizure. Race guards were there for them, did CPR on him, revived him. And I tell you, I get goosebumps right now. The gratitude that comes from that family. We're all lifetime friends.
So you stayed in contact.
Unbelievable. Yeah, we helped we saved 5 people this past year with CPR.
5 people.
5
that would not have survived if it wasn't for race guards out on the course.
True.
So for race directors who are out there watching this, if they want to have race guards come to the event, what do they need to do?
They need to just go to raceguards.org, come in, sign up. There's an application, and we can see if we can fit it into our schedule. It's very easy to work with. We're self-funded.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. We work in concert with the medical director, so the medical director has the ultimate power.
Yes.
We work for them.
Has that been pretty seamless, where you come into it now that you've been established for a while, where they'll say, hey Andy, we want you to come, here's our medical director's contact, you get in touch with him and say, listen, we're not here to usurp what you're doing, we're here to supplement what you're doing.
Exactly right. I mean, that's first and foremost. We are there to help as additional resources for them.
Yes.
And for giving the race a much better race experience. For if somebody needs minor first aid along the way, we're there to help them get across the finish line.
Love it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Andy, congrats on everything you guys are doing. I love the fact that it started just us having coffee at Starbucks. The next thing you know, you've got a real business, and you save. How many total people have you saved, do you think?
I don't know. It's hard
Countless.
to say. I mean, as far as the minor things that we do and getting people across the finish line, that's the most important thing, obviously. But there's just, in my head, I can think of hundreds that, we've pushed into the ambulance and off they went, and that's a good feeling to know they got in good hands.
I know that there's a lot of times people get out there and they might be halfway through the marathon and realize they're a little in over their head.
Yep.
And they don't feel they're going to be able to make it.
Right.
And I'm assuming that's a great part of what you guys do, is get them to that finish line. Is that really where your satisfaction comes from?
We love that. All the race guards, I mean, everybody's got a story about bringing that person across the finish line, and how meaningful that is for that race participant to get across, make that goal, finish it when they were going to take the sag wagon. It's awesome.
Love it. Andy, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Bob. Appreciate it.
All right, again, Event.com's Ask an Event Pro. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.
Hello everybody, this is Mike Riley, EVP of Global Sales here at Events.com and the voice of Ironman. If I've called you an Ironman, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter for more great tips on the greatest events.